Well, this morning, Hurricane Milton was downgraded to a Category 4 storm.
That's right, but forecasters warn if the storm stays on its current track, it will be the worst hurricane to hit the Tampa area in more than a century. Overnight, strong winds and waves battered Mexico's Yucatan Peninsula. Heavy highway traffic shows a lot of Floridians are already heeding the evacuation warnings, with a deadly storm surge as high as 15 feet forecasted for some areas.
We need as much of this debris picked up as possible. This creates a safety hazard.
And it is a race to clean up piles of debris left over from Hurricane Helene. The worry is the trash could get picked up and thrown by strong winds or block storm drains. And cots, look at this, have been set up at Tropicana Field. This is in St. Petersburg ahead of Milton's arrival. Thousands of the green beds lining the field there. Officials say the 10,000-person base camp was being established at the stadium to support operations and first responders.
Well, PECO crews from our area are packing up this morning and heading to Florida to help restore power after Milton hits.
CBS News Philadelphia's Howard Monroe live in Delaware County with the details as they begin to make their way south. Howard, good morning.
Yeah, good morning to you guys. Yes, crews, they are here packing up, getting ready for that 1,000-mile trek down to Florida later on this morning, about a half hour or so. We're joined now by Greg Smore with PECO. Good morning to you.
Hey, good morning. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. So this is the second time in 2 weeks you guys have had to respond to these disasters. What is there a pep talk that you give these folks before they go?
Yeah, absolutely. This is the second mutual assistance restoration effort that we're going to be supporting in less than 2 weeks' time. Right now, our crews are assembling right now. They're gathering all the materials that they'll need for their journey, making sure that they have everything that they need to help restore service to customers. And before they head out, we'll be having a safety briefing to make sure that everybody knows, what the mission is, what they need to do, and how to stay safe while they're down there.
You have about 40 people, 26 pieces of equipment, right?
That's right. We have 40 crew members that are going to be going down. We have 26 vehicles that will be departing here from our Baldwin service building. And what they're going to be doing is they'll be driving today. So basically getting down to the Fayetteville, North Carolina area today. They'll be resting, they'll stay overnight, and then they'll continue their journey down to around the Tampa area. Well, then they'll get their assignments from the host utility.
You guys have gone through this before. I mean, this isn't the first hurricane season. Probably not as many. You probably didn't have to respond as often as you do now. But have you ever talked to these folks when they come back about what they've seen when they're down there?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, every storm is different. We see storms here, but we also see, we've responded to many hurricanes down in the Florida area, down in Texas as well. But, what they're seeing is really severe tree damage, as you would expect, a ton of rain. So there are a lot of flooding conditions that they're experiencing as well. So it really makes driving and getting around there really, really treacherous as well. So that's one thing that we really want to make sure that our crew members are doing and staying safe, is to make sure that they know how to get to roads, how they can get there and make sure that they're getting to the places where they need to be, but also being aware of their surroundings, because there's going to be a lot of places that are going to have significant damage.
Greg, thank you very much.
Absolutely, thanks.
All right, and also we mentioned, these crews responding for the second time in 2 weeks. PECO actually has crews who went down there for Helene. They're on their way back here now, so they should be here later on today. They're somewhere between here and Florida right now. So these crews will be going out in about a half hour or so. Those crews will be coming back later on today. We'll send it back to you guys in the studio.
Thank you so much, Howard. Local volunteers with the American Red Cross will also leave for Florida today. They will help prepare supplies and shelters for after Milton hits. The team will join other local volunteers already in the area, helping people impacted by Hurricane Helene.
We have about 20 volunteers from the southeastern Pennsylvania region down there right now. We are currently doing what the Red Cross does best. We are sheltering, we are feeding, and we are helping anybody impacted by this hurricane.
Right now, the Red Cross of southeastern Pennsylvania has volunteers helping storm victims in Florida, North Carolina, and Georgia.